Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Brahma Bulletin. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you one and all. And now, this week's stories. UFL History Made. Brahmas and Stallions trade Elijah Holder and Bubba Bolden. History has been made in the UFL. The first official trade between two teams, both in separate conferences, has occurred. The Birmingham Stallions have traded defensive back Elijah Holder to the San Antonio Brahmas in return for defensive back Bubba Bolden. The San Antonio Brahmas had originally protected Bubba Bolden as part of their 42-man roster. Meanwhile, the Stallions had picked up Elijah Holder in the UFL Super Draft. Holder has had quite the journey so far in spring football. He played in the USFL in 2022, recording 19 tackles and an interception with the Houston Gamblers. From there, Holder ended up moving to the XFL for the 2023 season. He played with the Seattle Sea Dragons, starting in 3 of 9 active games. Elijah finished with 25 tackles in 2023. Interestingly enough, Bubba has also had a rather unique journey in the spring football scene. He was drafted by the Brahmas back in 2022, but opted out of the XFL due to some NFL opportunities with the Seattle Seahawks and Cleveland Browns. The San Antonio Brahmas have taken an interesting approach to free agency so far, signing dozens of players to letters of intent. The team is stacked, but we'll have to cut down on some players before training camp. And in a recent development, quarterback Reid Sinnett was claimed off of waivers by the Brahmas, but then put back on waivers, and then picked up from waivers by the Houston Gamblers. So Reid Sinnett is no longer part of the Brahmas. He is now with the Houston Gamblers. And that's it for Brahmas news this week. It's pretty slow right now. Right now, we're just waiting for a schedule. As of this recording, it has not been released. So maybe next week. It better be next week if you ask me. People are getting very, very anxious. Well, and since this video is so short, I kind of want to make a couple announcements about some changes that I'm thinking about doing to Brahma. For one, I have been recently, I guess you could say, approved to start writing articles for the Alternative Football Network. So please check out the alternativefootballnetwork.com. I'm going to be writing articles covering the Brahmas and the Gunslingers. I'm working on one right now, my very first one. I'm hoping to have that one published in the next couple of days. So please check it out. AlternativeFootballNetwork.com. I greatly appreciate you on that. And another thing I'm thinking about changing up on the channel is maybe doing some live streaming. I've never done live streaming before, so I'm kind of nervous about it, but also very excited. But I'm thinking about doing it a little bit differently than your prototypical podcasting live stream where you have like the host and some guest or maybe like a player interview. I'm thinking about doing it more viewer centric. And I'm hoping to have maybe 2 viewers at a time as guests on the show. So it'll be me and 2 of you on the show. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about the Brahmas. We'll talk about the Gunslingers, the UFL, the IFL. We'll just talk football. And I'm thinking about calling it Chewing the Cud with the Bullish Brahma. So I'm thinking about doing that and possibly at the end of the segment, maybe doing like a trivia game, a competitive trivia game between the 2 viewers. Think about maybe doing a random Brahma, for example. I'll just think of a Brahma player. I'll ask some questions about that player, and whichever guest is able to correctly pick the player I was thinking about maybe I'll give him I don't know, $25 Amazon gift card or something. Just a small token of my appreciation to you, the viewers, because without you, then what I'm doing here is completely pointless and a waste of time. So it's all about you guys. And I want to show my appreciation to you. And it's just a small token. And I kind of want to get a little bit more involvement with the viewers out there. With all the million, with all the, with all the, with the dozens of you out there that actually watch these silly videos. So, what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a horrible idea? Am I channeling my inner Molly Hatchet and traveling down the road and I'm flirting with disaster type of thing? But what do you think? And if anybody out there is interested in being the first two guinea pigs on this crazy idea, shoot me an email. My email is brahmabulletin at gmail.com. That's brahmabulletin at gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Say that you're interested in being the first two to come on this silly idea of mine, and we'll see how it goes. If there's enough engagement and there's enough interest, we'll make this like a regular thing. Maybe Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, something like that. So let me know in the comments below if this is a good idea or am I just wasting time. I greatly appreciate you. So I think that's it for this episode. So now it's time for this Brahma to be put out to pasture, at least until the next episode. Until then, San Antonio, keep those horns forward.